Hello students, today we are going to talk about the teaching listening. To talk about some important points or characteristics that are related with teaching listening skills. Here 5 points are mentioned that listening is a passive skill, listening is a one-way process, listening and speaking are separate skills, listening practice should be based on native speaker model, and listeners should be able to understand everything in the text. Whether these points are valid, right or not, let's see. Number one point was listening is a passive skill. As I've already told you that listening is not, previously it was considered a passive skill, but now it's an active skill. Why? Because previously it was thought that information, the receiver is just getting the information without working anything out. But now it is very clear that listening means gaining interpretation of the message that the listener is listening. So it means some work is also going on in the mind of the listener. That's why now listening is considered an active skill. It is no more a passive skill. Secondly, listening is a one-way process. Is it so? This is also based on transmission views of information from speaker to listener. However, listening involves different kinds of role. Listener might be might have communicative relationship with the speaker. Here, listening plays an important role in constructing the ongoing speech. Listening can be one-way process or a two-way process. How? For example, if you are giving a lecture right now, like I'm doing, so it's just a one-way process. The students are just listening to whatever I'm saying. If we are having a communication with someone, then it means it will become a two-way process. Two-way process in the sense that if when you are listening, you have to respond. You have to pay attention, more attention, and then you have to respond according to what you have listened. So the main purpose here is to listen for the meaning in order to understand whatever is being said. Okay, so third point is listening and speaking are separate skills. Separate skills. Basically, when we talk about teaching language, then sometimes we teach listening separately and speaking separately, like we are doing in this TESOL. That right now we are talking about the listening skills, how to teach listening skills. But in some of the courses, or maybe you can say that in normal classes, when listening is going on, speaking is also related to it. It is integrated. When speaking is going on, it cannot take place without listening. So they are integrated, they are related with each other, though they are separate, but they are related with each other. Like the third point says that contemporary approaches to teaching aim to integrate skills to better reflect what occurs in communication outside the class. Integrate skills means to combine both the skills. So, though they are separate skills, but when they are combined together, then a proper feedback or proper reflection can be seen in the conversation. Now, the fourth point is listening practice should be based on native speaker model. How far this is correct? Previously, it was considered that only the native speakers are the true speakers of that language. And in order to learn a language, we should listen to the native speaker. Many learners and teachers believe that they should aim for native speaker model. Still, this concept is there for some of the people. However, it is quite unrealistic. These days, the concept is changing. Now, non-native speakers are also given equal value as compared to the native speakers. So, focusing on just a single native speaker model is very unrealistic and seems to be a little unprofessional, because now teacher has to expose the students to the variety of accents and variety of models, so that students will be able to learn that language and can use that language. This is the basic concept these days. So it means that this point that is now no more valid. The fifth point is learners should be able to understand everything in text. That is again very unrealistic. Teaching listening doesn't mean that you have to expect students to recall them whatever they have listened. Right? The only thing is their understanding. The main focus should be their understanding. Whatever they have listened, they should be able to understand that clearly. That's all for today. Thank you.